welcome back to another video. This really popped when I saw it. That to me is a monster increase. Again, this book got hot. This book is ready to go higher.
So let's jump right into it.
We are back today with another statue review from Diamond Select Toys. Without further ado, let's get into the review. What is going on, YouTube? This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics Collectibles, and welcome back to another video. Today we're here for the Hot 10 Comics of the Week, the breakdown. I know this one is a little bit late this week because I am getting over a nasty cold, but better late than never. But before we get started into the video, guys, like always, I'm going to ask you, if you're not a current subscriber of the channel and have been enjoying some of my content, do me a favor, go ahead and click the subscribe button for me, tap that notification bell, and of course, hit that like button for me because it does help the channel. With that said, we're going to jump right in here. At number 10 is a copy of X-Men number 133, the first solo Wolverine appearance in the X-Men title, and a CGC 9.0. Just sold last week for $267, up 10% since March. While this may be a nice minor Wolverine key out there right now, guys, I am not spending close to $300 on this book. I get it, this may be an entry-level copy into the character for some of you out there, but I gotta be honest with you, there are probably better books out there for $300 that you can find, or to me, I'd rather take that money and put it towards a better Wolverine book overall. I think it's just not a big enough key for me to invest this type of money in. With that said, this is a no-go for me, guys. At number 9 this week is a copy of Fantastic Four number 57 in this iconic Doctor Doom cover by the late great Jack Kirby in CGC 8.0. Just sold last week for $599, up 22% since March. While I love this cover and I love anything Jack Kirby, I think $600 is too much money to spend on this key. There are not a lot of Doctor Doom books out there right now that I would be buying outside of Fantastic Four number 5. Maybe Amazing Spider-Man number 5 would probably be my next go-get after that issue. To me, it's just like a lot of money to spend if you want to get into the Doctor Doom game. I know it's hard out there with Fantastic Four 5 being so expensive, but I'm just not a huge fan of this book and where it's gone price-wise. You could have gotten, I almost bought this book for like $5 literally 2 years ago. So I don't know what to say, except I think it's overpriced in my opinion, so I'd be staying away. At number 9 this week is a copy of Spectacular Spider-Man number 9, the first appearance of the White Tiger. And of course, this marks the first time a character from Hispanic descent has appeared in Marvel Comics. And a CGC 9.2. Recently sold last week for $185, up 48% since 2021. With the character that's going to be playing the Submariner in Black Panther 2, it appears that he's going to be from Mexican descent. That's why I think this book is starting to take off. I don't see me spending $200 on this key issue. However, there may be people out there who this is an important time in Marvel Comics history to go ahead and pick it up. I'm not going to do it. It's not for me. But if you're interested, go be my guest. At number 7 this week is a copy of Thor number 129, the first appearance of Ares, the Greek god of war. There's the spec out there that Ares is going to appear in Thor Love and Thunder. It's just a rumor out there. It's not being confirmed. And a CGC 7.5. Just sold last week for $600, up 11% since July. Now, all this speculation hype on these minor keys, guys, you guys know I'm not all about that. To me, I think it's way too much money to spend on this character. $600 is a lot of money, even though this is a nice high-grade copy of this book. Save that money, put it towards a bigger key. That's what's going up right now. Forget about the smaller stuff. In this market, you're only buying the best of the best, so I'm staying away. At number 6 this week is a copy of Hero for Hire number 1, the first appearance and origin of Luke Cage, and a CGC 9.0. Just sold last week for $2,100, up 9% since October. You guys know I am a fan of this book and this character, and it's only a matter of time before he shows up in a Disney Plus show. Not going to be in a movie, I do not think, unfortunately. Regardless, we don't need to own a 9.0 copy of this book. I think if you could find this one in a 4.0 to 5.0 range, that's where you're going to get the best bang for your buck, in my opinion. Yes, I'm a buyer of this one. It's going to be probably a long-term hold, though, because I don't see them using Luke Cage in the near term for 1 or 2 years from now. I think it's going to be after that. So if you're willing to hold on to this book, I think it's a good buy. At number 5 this week is a copy of Fantastic Four number 4, the first Silver Age appearance of the Submariner, and we all got the confirmation that he's going to appear in Black Panther 2 in a CGC 3.0. Just sold last week for $4,123, up 3% since March. This book has been heating up and been heating up quick. If you guys could find a nice lower grade copy, you guys know I'm a buyer of this one. Again, I'm holding it for the long term. I'm not looking for initial pop because I do think once this character shows up, you're going to get a little bit of a flop afterwards. It's just my hunch on this book. I am looking for a copy. I want it for the long term because I do think that they're going to use the Submariner in a bunch of movies going forward. But there are rumors out there they appear to be changing his origin story, so I'm not sure how that's going to affect this book in the short term once he does appear. But either way, I'm a buyer for the long term. A great Silver Age key I want in my collection. At number 4 this week is a copy of Amazing Spider-Man number 129, the first appearance of Frank Castle and the Punisher, and a CGC 9.2. Recently sold last week for $5,500, coming just under the last high sale of $6,201 back in March. Now this book, although it didn't reach a new high at this grade, this book is still going up and is still on fire. You guys know this is one of my top Bronze Age keys I want to own going forward. It's only a matter of time if we're going to see the Punisher show up in a Disney Plus show or possibly a movie. I think they're going to pair him with characters like Deadpool, characters like Ghost Rider, anybody that's an R-rated character. I believe we're going to see together in a future probably team-up show. Regardless, you guys know I'm a buyer of this book no matter what. One of my favorite all-time covers. At number 3 this week is a copy of Fantastic Four number 46 and the first appearance of Black Bolt. Now, you guys know they did Black Bolt dirty in Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of Madness. It is also the second appearance of the Inhumans, and they may use the Inhumans going forward in the Fantastic Four. That's the rumor that I'm hearing right now. And a CGC 9.0. Just sold last week for $1,807, up 25% since December. You guys know I have been saying I am not a buyer of this book. I do not know how they're going to use Black Bolt going forward in the MCU after what happened in Doctor Strange 2. Again, I do not want to own this book because of that. Again, I love the character. A book I want to own, a nice Silver Age key, but the amount of money it's going for right now, I think it's better taking that money and spending it elsewhere on a character that they're definitely going to use in an upcoming movie. At number 2 this week is a copy of Ghost Rider number 1, the first solo Ghost Rider in his own title, and a CGC 5.0. Just sold last week for $575, up 3% since October. You guys know I am a fan of this book. However, I'd rather be buying Marvel Spotlight number 5, the first appearance of the Ghost Rider. That is the money book in my opinion. I have been picking that book every time I see it. When I see it for under GPA, I think that book is totally worth it. But if you can't go out and get that book, this is the next best option. Just try to get it under fair market value. But yes, I'd be buying this one if I can't get Marvel Spotlight number 5. And at the top spot this week is a copy of House of Secrets number 92, the first appearance of Swamp Thing. Now, I will say this is probably one of my favorite DC books of all time. One of the best covers of all time that's ever been done. And a CGC 9.0. Just sold last week for $6,200, up 3% since January. While this book hasn't gotten the love that it has deserved over the past couple of years, this book needs to keep increasing in value. I don't know why it is so cheap, even at this spectacular 9.0 grade. This is a book that everybody should want in their collection. I know they've tried multiple Swamp Thing projects in the past with not really too much success. People haven't really gravitated to the character, but this is one of the best books out there. I think long term, I 100% want to own this book. You guys could find it at any grade, I would think above a 4.0 or higher. That's where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. One of the best keys in DC history. Add this one while you can, guys. With that said, that is the Hot 10 breakdown, even though the late version for this week, guys. Again, check back on Thursday for this week's list because I will be back on track, of course, coming forward with that list. Regardless, guys, if you haven't checked out my website, do me a favor, go to mightycollects.com. Not only do I have some amazing comics for sale, CGC graded books and rule books, but I also have some fresh merch, including this hat. There have been a bunch of people out there reaching out to me saying, hey, can I get a hat? Go out there, check out the website. There's a bunch of stuff for sale. With that said, this is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles saying thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.